8 years as police officer. And by now, I'm working with PHP developer, and I want to improve my English skills. So here is my first time in TNT. The main reason that I came to TNT, it's because I want to talk about, as I said before, I want to talk about tech stuffs. Because in other place I don't have the opportunity to talk about this, and I know in a company abroad I will have dailies and I have to talk about what I do in my day and what I'm programming or creating. So this is the reason I'm here. Thank you.
Okay, awesome. Welcome. And Rodrigo, please.
Okay, I'm Rodrigo. I'm 38. I live in Diadema, and I work as a software developer in a company in São Paulo. I work from home, and that's it.
Okay, nice. I know Rodrigo. I think you've been here for 3 months.
Yes, about 3 months.
Nice. Katiana, please introduce yourself.
Hi, good morning. My name is Katiana. I am engineer. I work with a new project and oil and gas company at Petrobras in this moment. And I have 38 years old. I live in Vitória, Espírito Santo. I am married. I have a little daughter, and in this moment, since last year, it's necessary I study more about technology, because I need the technology for many things in the engineer, and my job is changed a lot. And I study about technology, and after this, I in love with Python, with developer, with BI, because Power BI changed my routine in the job, and I need to improve my English for this job. But in the future, I'm looking for the opportunities in the other countries, because it's usually in the other countries, one position similar at this position where I work now. It's the salary. It's very, very, very high, and probably in the next year, I looking for the opportunities in the other countries. And the English is very important for me, and I stay in talking for improve my English.
Okay, good. Yeah, good. It's a great motivation.
Yeah.
And Wheeler, am I? Okay, go ahead, please.
So my name is Wheeler Wallace. I am studying data analysis. I'm trying to change my career, but I'm not so sure yet. And I am studying to know better the area, because it's really high, the salaries, like Katiana said. So I also am Brazilian, but I am in Argentina now, studying too Spanish. And I have 23 years old. I am graduated, but in nothing with data. It's okay. I listen. Thank you. Nothing like with data. I am graduating as executive assistance, trilingual from the University of Free State, Pará, in the north. And this is it.
Okay, good. And Kate, please.
I'm living in São Leopoldo, Rio Grande do Sul. I am 36 years old. And I'm a career transition to IT. Nowadays, I study all day at Tribe. And that's it. I probably will for back-end development or data science. Still deciding.
Okay, nice. So, Carlos, can you please read the second question and answer, please?
Okay. The second question is online assessment, data structure, and algorithm problems. Take home project or system design interview. Have you ever taken one of them? How was it? So I made interviews before that I have to create some projects. I don't remember the company's names. It's everything here in Brazil, but I'm don't I'm don't I'm not the type of guy who like to be in Hacker Hank and this kind of websites practicing. I like to learn, and I like to put my hands on projects that how can I say, that I have an intention. I want to build an API to consume the recipes about juice or whatever, so I like much more learn by this way. But I know in some types of interview we had to do this, but it isn't something that I like very much. I made this before, but by now I'm happy in the company that I'm working, so I'm not doing this kind of tests or whatever. Well, I think it's this. Thank you.
Okay, awesome. Yeah, I'm pretty like you. I mean, I don't really like this hacker Hank, even though I think it's important, but I don't think it reflects daily basis activity. So it's when a person says, "Oh, so you're gonna you have a algorithm test." I feel, oh my god, my personal thing is, oh gosh, okay. So Wheeler, how about you?
So as I said, I'm just studying and like projecting if I will start to learn about data, all those things. So I do not have any type of this these things yet, but in the future maybe.
Yeah, so prepare yourself because it's it's kind of hard.
I will search because I never saw anything about it. I was writing to search after.
Yeah, you can find like Uber, Airbnb, these tech companies, these big companies, they have like GitHub, they have the code, the repository there you can find how the interview process is. So
Perfect. Thank you.
Kate?
Okay, that was a really good information, Diane, because I will start the interview soon. I have never had a tech interview, and I'm really curious and I'm really anxious about it, because I think it will be hard and I don't know how it will be for me. So I'm really interested in know the others' experience about it.
Nice. You guys can try to find these mock interviews on YouTube. It's most of them is English. They are in English. We don't have in Portuguese. So, but English is not a problem, fortunately. So it's a really good material to be prepared.
That's really good because I want to do them in English. So it will help a lot.
Nice. And Rodrigo? How about you?
I had online assessment once, and it was terrible because it was the first time I have one online, and I don't know, I was nervous, and I I think I don't talk clearly. Okay, sometimes I think I appear nervous and confused, but it's not the the real situation. Okay, so I didn't like the experience, and it was bad. Yes.
Yeah, yeah, I know what you mean. Katiana, tell us about your experience.
I'm engineer. I work, I think, with engineer, I think it's almost 15 years. And the engineers change because after this pandemic, the engineers need improve their skills with technology. And I am change my mind and open my mind for the technology. And after this, I have the interviews in English because I have experience with engineer and I put the technology together. And for me, the problem in this test is very long and exhaustive, and in many situations don't prove your skills with for these positions. And I think in, in many times the not prove your skills. And I think it's lost the company times and in the person's time. For me, I think it's this. But when I have an interview in English, for me, it's usually I stay a little nervous because it's a new thing for me. But it's okay. Sometimes I don't understand, and I ask for speaking very slow. But I think this process need change, because when you have, for example, a guppy, it's a robot. And for example, if you change your resume, your CV, and for the things with this position, but not reflect your skills, for example.
Yeah, GUP is a nightmare sometimes, especially those long process.
Yes.
Okay, awesome. Wheeler, can you please read the next one? Number 3.
Yeah, of course. Which type of interview do you think is the easiest one? Why? I have to answer, Joe?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. Normally, I think the one that who are not the longest, like we are talking about, who has like a lot of things. The easiest for me, it's like just the interval, just to talk with the person, what I can do, what I cannot do, the things that I know, and all those things, and answer questions. I think answer questions is the best for me, because normally you just have to answer or no. If you don't know, you say I don't know this or I don't know that. And for me, this is the easiest. It's like objective. Like this is it. You know, you don't know. Next one. For me, this is the easiest.
Yeah, awesome. I think last week I read something on the LinkedIn about it. Like, if you ask a person about technology, about a skill, if the person does know, you're gonna know. If he's like rambling, oh my God, I try. You know, we have here in a friend of mine. He used to say sabonetar. The person is sabonetando, you know. but you do know if this person actually knows or not, so yeah, I think I agree with that.
And you can also see if the person is excited about it, because when the person do not like the thing, he can knows about the thing, but he do not will speak so much. So if the person like it, it's different too, because you can see the person talking like really happy. Oh, hey, exist these things, all those things. So it's really different. For me, it's the easiest, and the person who are like interviewing me, I think is the easiest way to know if I like or know or not something.
Yeah, excellent point. And what do you think, Kate?
Okay, for me, the easiest interview, it's the early one, when the interviewer just wants to know you. And we are talking about yourself. That's for that part, it's easy. But how I have never did a technical interview, so I don't know how of them it's easier, I have no idea. I will experiment it. But I think when you are evaluating the soft skills, it's easy, the interview, it's easier than a technical one, probably, I imagine. That's it.
Yeah, it is. Carlos, what do you think?
So I was thinking about what everyone say here, and I have to agree with the same way of thinking. The easiest type of interview is the one where we have to talk about what we wanna and what we can do, and our skills, even soft or hard skills, but I like the type of interview, and I think it's the easier part when you have to talk to someone who isn't from tech, because when you are talking with someone who understand tech things, you had I'm generally feel myself with a little bit shame, because I don't know if the people with writing, oh, this guy know PHP for 10 years, it's good. Oh, he doesn't know Kubernetes, so I think this way. To me, it's easier to talk to people who aren't from tech background, but I know the process to be to start to work to a company. I will had this type of interview, and the other type I had to talk to a tech leader or something like that. I'm trying to improve my skills to be less shamed when I have to talk to other guy.
Okay, awesome. Good. Katiana, what's your opinion?
For me, I think I'm new in technology, and I'm engineer. I'm an old engineer, and the technology, it's a new thing for me, and I study about one year and a half. But when you talk with me with engineers, very easy. But in the interviews, when I need put the engineer and the technology together, sometimes I have problem, because it's you have different forms for resolve one problem. For me, when I have a problem in my job, for example, I stood and I looking for a better place, a better thing for resolve my problem. It's okay. But now I don't have the baggage in technology. It's a new thing for me, because in this moment I resolve my portfolio, and I study more about Python and other things. In the interview, I see many head tech recruiters tell me about the technology, and I don't know different things. And for me, it's difficult because when you work with the technology, you need to know about different technology. And for me, it's difficult because of this, because I started 1 year with the technology. And I know about engineer and how I resolve problem in engineer with the technology, because for me, it's very easy this. But I'm looking for the positions with the BI, business analytics, and it's changed because you need to have a knowledge about different things and different systems.
Yeah, but it takes time, like everything. So just be patient.
Yeah.
How about you, Rodrigo?
I think the easy interview is when you answer about your abilities and skills, okay? And you need to do a project, show some abilities, okay? I think is the easy because when you know the subject, you can do easy. Okay, I think it is. Okay.
Okay, awesome. Okay, so it was the easiest one. What about the most difficult one? And I'm gonna tell about really brief about an interview I had at Uber, and was oh my god, I don't even like to remember this process because it was awful. The guy was not friendly. To start off, when he entered in the virtual the Zoom, and he was like, "Hey, my name is Fulano," and he didn't smile. I felt really uncomfortable. And when he asked about some technical stuff, but was some technical stuff related to Uber. Like, okay, I'm gonna tell you a problem. The driver, we need to decrease the time that drivers arrives in the point B, and I was answering, and okay, and I was trying to think about a strategy to that problem, and okay, no, you can do this, and okay, but what if we change it? No, you can't do that, and was awful. And I was thinking, oh my god, why am I here? I just want to leave. So I really don't like these technical problems, because like as a data science or BI or data analyst, we do have a lot of this business and tech interviews. So you mix these two topics because you do have to understand about business and this kind of stuff. So that was for me was the most difficult ones, because I don't know, I can't understand the business. And it's not the first time I had another interview in another startup that was kind of the same. So I think it's the pattern, So I just want to share, I want to blow some steam here because it was awful. Oh my gosh. How about you, Carlos?
As I said before, and the worst or the most difficult type of interview, it's the one we had to talk with other people who knows about tech, because as Katiana says here, I know one way to solve a problem, but Fulano can know other way to solve the same problem. The type of interview, we had to produce some code in live, when the guys, you have to share the screen and you are coding live. It's pretty hard to me because I don't know the reason, but I felt like I'm being monitored, or there are like I'm working here and someone is behind me looking, you are doing this. This is good, this is bad. So I don't like this kind of interview. So this is the most difficult to me. And the interviews where we had to do something in live. So I avoided this kind of interview, but I know big techs had this intention, or no, I don't know the word is intention, but had this practice in this process of getting off interview some people. So and usually I avoid this kind of interview, but if the opportunity is very good to me, of course I will fight against this, but I don't like so much.
Me neither. I feel so nervous, like I can't do a hello world if someone is looking at me. What about you, Rodrigo?
Yes, I think when you are interviewing with other people, that's not a technology, like HR, is difficult because sometimes they ask you if you could be a animal, what will be? It's difficult to answer, and sometimes you need to make to do some tests that you don't know why will be used, like to know about your personality or something like this. I think is the most difficult for me. Okay, that's it.
Okay, awesome. And Katiana, what's your opinion?
I agree similar to you, because for me it's everything is new, but when you start with the colleagues, and the other person have a more time with this position and with this, it I don't I don't have uncomfortable in the interview, because it's because I think it's because I need to more, and for many positions, and in many times I see the solution is very simple, but the and in many times it's very simple, but I see in many positions your the company needs for a junior positions, junior, but the things, the skills, it's like a senior. It's very crazy for me, because for example in the engineer, uh, when I start in the engineer, it's usually if you're a junior, you make a junior things, but in the tax it's different, because if you are a junior, you need to know about the things with a senior. It's very crazy for me.
Yeah, true. True, Katiana. Wheeler, please.
I just cannot relate this comment to, like, in the LinkedIn, it's like your first job, but you have to have like 3 years in experience. So normally this is really common. I do not know anything about this type of interview or this test. I just can relate with my main career, that is executive assistants. Normally they have like, they just talk with us. It's not that technical. You do not have like to do the things. So I'm not the right person to talk about it. But the thing that Katiana talked, it's really, really, really common. first job, you have to have like 10 years experience. And LinkedIn have a tons of this type of vacancy. And they obligate you to have like a pro English, and you expand in the company like 5 years and will never use your English. It's it's horrible and sad at the same time. We are laughing, but it's not funny.
Yeah, yeah, true. Katie, please.
I think the most difficult one for me would be to code in front of someone else, or talk with someone else that I know have much more knowledge than me in tech, for example, because I am a newbie and I'm not very confident in my skills yet. And of course, I will get nervous because I'm aware that, especially in tech, for example, we don't know even the size of our ignorance, So I will get very nervous, not because I don't know what I need to know to be a junior, for example, but because I have no confidence yet, because I don't know what they want of a junior. And how Willer and Katiana said sometimes they want more than a junior needs to know. They want pay for a senior or the salary of a junior. So that's it.
Yeah, but I think it's all about self-confidence, right?
Yeah.
Because in the interviews usually we are nervous, and if you are junior, you are even more nervous. It's normal. If it's English, then you are three
More
times nervous.
Then you are like shaking,
Yeah. I was like this, like sweating and shaking, and oh my
gosh, it's terrible. It's terrible. Yeah. And if the interviewer is not a good interviewer, how was it your case, that it's worst,
Mhm.
It's like, oh my gosh. And how Rodrigo said, like, if someone right now asked me what animal you would be, I would left the room, Sorry, but this question is very old, We don't need to do that anymore. There are other ways.
Yeah, true. So let's move on. Rodrigo, please, can you read number 5, right?
Okay. In your opinion, do this technical interview worth it? Do they really reflect the candidate's skill? I think no. It's difficult to really get the skill of a candidate in an interview. Okay, because some good professionals don't show uh, don't can show the ability in an interview. A good professional sometimes don't can, and sometimes a good talker that has no idea about technology can do a good interview because they know how to behaviors and words, something like this, and they finally can 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 pass a good professional, but they didn't. They don't is okay. I think it's difficult to get this situation.
Yeah, I completely agree. Wheeler, please.
I do not really know. I think this type of interview have like it's it's like in the world. Some people will be good at it, but some other people will not. So I think the thing that the person who are interview have to look at, it's the person. This person is like more introvert. This person is not like this communicate in tech. I think most of the people, this is the thing that normally the people talk about it, that they cannot communicate so well because they are like more introvert and are more like can work alone and work really good. But when you have to speak about it or you have to do this type of thing, it's not the strongest point that they have. So I think it's not perfect, of course, but I think you can mix the things. You can also have this type of test and have another things to see the other side of people. And also normally people are just like build a person to do an interview. It's not the people who people will not be like that all the time. And the person have like a really hard job to try to find the best way to find someone to work. So I think it's not perfect, but it works for some people. It cannot works for me, I think, yet. But I'm just studying. I'm not sure about it, and but I think has not to be like just that. This can be one point, but you need to look at in the other way. So I think it's okay, but not so good. But it's okay.
Yeah, I got what you mean. Carlos, please, that was your opinion.
My opinion about the technical interviews is, of course, isn't the perfect world, but we had to pass by this because I, of course, I'm not a tech recruiter or even a tech leader, but I think working has a remotely team, we had the skills to communicate to other guys of your team. So you had to be in this type of situation when you have to talk about tech stuffs to other people. uh, as I say, I know it isn't a perfect world. uh, Even in IT or computer science, we had the stereotype of those type of guy who is working alone in his bedroom with I don't remember the word, but with a caboose and working by himself in a dark room. The type of guy who don't have the ability to talk or to communicate to other people, but since we had the opportunity to work around the world to companies abroad, you had to know how to express yourself or how make other people understand what you want to say. I think, as I say, isn't the perfect world. Of course, sometimes you get a bit nervous, and this can have some influence in your result during the interview. But I think it's something we had to do because the people had to be the people had understand what you wanna say or wanna express. So it's a good point, but I know isn't perfect.
Okay, good. Katie.
I think the technical interviews helps the companies to find the candidates. They can't be just the technical interview, as Weller said. I agree totally with him. It is part of one thing, if the company is well prepared to interviews, for example, they should, the technical interview should be just a part of the all interview, you know, because they need to evaluate the candidates in some way. And I don't know if it shouldn't be just one thing, like just one conversation or just one technical interview. It should be more steps. And for our candidates, I think it's uncomfortable to do that, mostly because it's not something that you will do in your daily routines, you know. It's not how your day will be, and we are not used to it. But there are moments too, and when we don't pass these things, for example, I think you shouldn't think that we can't do it, you know. It's just a moment and something that you need to train, like the logical tests, you know, you need to train to do it. So if you do it over and over again, you get good in technical interviews too. So I think it's part of a whole, I don't know, whole, todo. Yeah.
Okay, awesome. Yeah, actually, I think that the best interview, technical interview, is the one that you receive the problem, and okay, in 3 days we are going to talk again, because I think it's gonna reflect the way we work, the way we actually work. We're gonna search and look for something on Google, on YouTube. You're gonna ask someone, because that's the way it happens on a daily basis. Not you're not going to code in front of people. Your tech lead won't go share your screen. Let me show me what you're doing. So that's why I'm kind of, you know, I don't completely agree with this technical stuff.
Yeah, I agree. When you receive the problem, it's more the way you will work, right? Because in the development, for example, who knows the synthesis, who have the synthesis in his mind, you know? Of course, I will to go to documentation, I will search, and I will do things. So I agree.
Yeah, exactly. You can remember everything. It's impossible.
Exactly, it's impossible.
And Katiana, please.
I think similar with you, because when you have a problem, you need time for resolve this problem. And for me, engineer is very usually this. I receive the problem and I think about this and I looking for the solutions. And I choose between many options and I develop this best solution. But in the interview, it's a short time. It's not a good. It's not probable you're the best because you stay very nervous and you have a short time and you don't think the better because you stay nervous. And I think similar with you, because if you stay in the process for a new job, you have a problem, and if you have 1 day, 2 days, you have a solution. And I think it's the best thing. And explain about your solutions. I think it's the best thing, and reflects the skills for what the skills you have for this position, what your baggage about the technology. I think it's this. For me,
it really reflects the daily basis activities, right?
Yes.
Okay, nice. People are back. So tell me, Vitor, how was the conversation?
It was great. We did 8 questions. So I think we can, it was great. Everyone participated a lot. We had a great conversation. We change experiences. We change our point of view about tech question, tech cases, tech questions. So I think it was great.
Okay, awesome. Leonardo, was your first time, right? How was it?
Yeah, I enjoyed so much. As Victor said, it was amazing to change experience and talk a little bit about our experience and challenges that we have in our jobs, and also some examples of difficult or unreasonable kinds of tasks in interviews. And for me, I enjoy it.
Okay, awesome. Carlos, your first time too, right? How was it? Tell us.
My first time here, for me, was a great experience to share those things about tech interviews. Um, it's good to practice my English with other people who understand what we do daily, because I don't have friends who speak in English, or the guys who I know who know about tech don't speak in English. In here in my family, we had some people who speak in English, but they don't know about tech, so it's hard to had these two type of worlds together. So it's a great opportunity here to me to talk English and tech stuffs.
Okay, awesome. You could join these two topics together. Awesome. So guys, I send you our YouTube video. Please go over there, subscribe, and give us thumbs up. And I also sent a survey. So it's a very quick survey. It's only one question. So if you can answer, and if you have any comments and suggestions, any topic you want to talk about it, write it in the box, in the comment box. Okay. And that's it. I really appreciate you guys here. So it was awesome. It was a great conversation, and I hope you'll see you next time. And on Monday, on Wednesday, and there's another time that I don't remember what time is it, but we have this talk and tech talks as well. Okay. See ya. Have a good one. Bye-bye.
Thank you. It was a pleasure. Bye-bye.
Bye.
See you. Bye.